Hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. But keep in mind, it's a general reading. So see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully help to bring you some clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, narrow your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes, in a new way, in a new light. But in the end, always trust yourself. The divine inner guidance, it's inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Soul's Journey Oracle cards, get a little clarity on the foundational energy going on right now for you guys. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is the foundational energy to be aware of right now, please? And thank you. Growth, very nice. So you could be growing spiritually, learning some lessons. There could be growth in your career or a project that you're working on. I feel like there's a big expansion energy. So growing in what you're learning, maybe you're learning some new things, you're in a new environment. This feels really nice. I feel like this is a growth that you're proud of. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Sometimes this means we have to unlearn and make some room with what we thought we knew and have some brand new ideas come in. Maybe somebody has different experiences than you and you're having a really good conversation. You're learning something about maybe a subject you never even knew about before. I feel like it's very new energy, but I'm getting that it's new for you. Maybe you had a little interest in something, but you didn't know how much you would grow until you dig a little deeper somewhere. It does look like there's a box here and you took the lid off. So I do see that you are opening up to expansive energy. And it also looks like a hole to me. So I'm getting a little bit of a rabbit hole energy. Maybe the bunny trail or the rabbit hole. You're kind of digging deep on something. Sometimes you can look up a subject and then, you have the, let's say on YouTube, those little side videos and something else comes up and you're like, I don't know what that is. Just kind of follow that trail. If something kind of looks interesting to you, it might not be the next video. Maybe it's 3 videos away or something like that. And all of a sudden you're into this subject you didn't even know existed. Follow your curiosity here. See where it takes you. I feel like it's going to take you someplace pretty interesting. But I am getting for some of you, you are in some kind of new environment where you have this potential for growth and expansion. It's like brand new territory. If you hear a funny noise in the room, that would be Rose. She has her pig and that's her favorite toy. It sounds like if it sounds like I have a pig in my living room, it's not. It's just my dog. All right, so let's get a couple of numerology oracle cards. This is the numerology guidance cards. What's another message on growth, expansion, having new awareness and new clarity on something? One message for the collective. Oh, change. Nice. I really like this for you guys. So you could have some big changes in your life because of this expansion and this growth and this new knowledge. I mean, some of you might end up totally switching careers, really changing what you're interested in, but this could be change anywhere. Change within you. Maybe you're making totally different decisions. You have different goals than you used to. Maybe this is a change in where you live or your environment or something at your job. It could also be a change in relationships in your life. Sometimes change is awesome and fun and cool and exciting, and sometimes it's weird and hard and tough, and you have to be flexible. So just go with the flow as these changes come in. That's when I see the number 5, I always think of change, because I always see a wheel, and the wheel is always spinning. So let's do another, if I have it. Do I? I want to do another, yeah, numerology card. No, I don't see it. If I don't see it, it's not meant to come through. I keep hearing it though. I keep hearing numerology, so I feel like we should pull it. Let me find it. I'll be right back. Since I keep hearing numbers, I did stop that on 535. Maybe numbers are important. Maybe you see repeating numbers or a certain number all the time, or maybe it's all about the numbers. If it's something that has to do with business, maybe you see a pattern with numbers. I am seeing like finances, or maybe something, if you do something at work, you can see the difference in the numbers according to the seasons. I'm not sure why I see that. Maybe some of you are managers, or you own a business, and you're somehow finding some kind of connection with numbers. I keep hearing numbers. So let's just continue and see what other message comes through. One message for the collective. Wow, that's a big number. You have 8888. 8 is a very powerful number of manifestation. It's cycles, it's karma, it's like infinity, it's continuity. 8 is a very powerful number, so maybe you see a lot of 8s. Personal power. This is material and spiritual abundance coming in. It's wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material game, and hey, just to throw a little monkey wrench in there, an epic romance. So you got a little of everything coming in for you. Oh, I like that. Epic. It's gonna be pretty big. All right, all that is good and pleasant in your life, all of that good stuff that's going on now is gonna multiply. Oh, there's a song, it's called Multiply. I cannot think of the name of the singer. It's a cool song though. I'll put it below. Angels are sending this number to reassure you. I'm glad I got these cards now, to reassure you of prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Maybe that's this new environment you're in, or because you are seen, I don't know, maybe people even recognize how much you've changed, how much you've grown, and the pure potential you have to always grow and change more. I don't feel like it's like a point, like that box I saw. I feel like you are like this, you know, the rocket ship taking off, and you're being noticed. Use this for the greater good. Use this newfound height and perspective, the spiritual elevation that is going on, this abundance coming into your life to help others. Because if this beautiful manifestation energy is coming into your world, it's you having this beautiful personal power where you can also help others manifest. So I don't know if you're an influence or an inspiration somehow, or this is something that you do. Maybe you even teach. Maybe you even need to write a book, or I feel like you need to, your knowledge or your experience, maybe not now, but maybe eventually, is going to be very helpful for others to manifest. That was kind of interesting to see. So far we have 5, 8, 8, 8, 8. Cool. All right, let's do, we did an angel number. Let's do an angel card. And then I feel like today I kind of want to do something a little different with the tarot. I want to do, you know, like my version of the Celtic cross. So let's do an angel number, a message from the universe, and dive on in to see what's going on with you guys in the tarot. What is an angel message right now on growth, change, and personal power? material, spiritual, abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, and an epic romance. That's a lot. That's a lot of messages for you guys in that one angel number. One message for the collective to be helpful on energy coming in and how to like maneuver through this energy, work with this energy, please and thank you. You have to play. Yeah. It's about finding your joy. When you allow yourself to do things, even if this is not at your job, just in your life in general, and you feel like a kid, you play like a kid, you let yourself have a little fun, you laugh, do things you enjoy, it keeps your energy fresh and young. And kids always want to know more. They always have that expansive energy to grow, to learn, that curiosity, that wide-eyed wonder what could be. And it's recognizing that change is beautiful. Sometimes it's change that you create, and sometimes it's change that comes in and kind of gives us a little pusheroo. But your message from the angels is reminding you to play, to have some fun. It can't be all about work. You know, all about the daily duties, all about the responsibilities. You can have this too and still have a balance in your life. It's all about balance. So, oh no, do I have my glasses? I don't think I do, but let's see if I can read it. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry. We're going to oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and a heightened energy. So when you go back to the things that you have to get done, you've changed. You get new ideas, new solutions. Just your overall energy makes something flow better. This is going to help you relieve stress. If any of you are stressed out, maybe stressed out by some changes, stressed out by all the success that's coming in, stressed out with these growing pains and these things that are expanding, this is going to balance you out. I really love that message. It's also like, I love how she's leaping on these little lily pads. The lily is a very, it's a very spiritual symbol. It kind of grows out of like the murky, mucky, muddy kind of water, and it grows very, very strong. I think it also disappears at night and goes underneath. I might be wrong on that. If you know anything about the lily, I'm not sure if I'm regurgitating that correctly. I got a lot of, you know, information in the brain files all over the place, but I think they kind of go under the surface and then they pop back out in the morning. So maybe you have to dive in deep or go under the surface, or that's also a message that sleep is important. Maybe it's also going to help your balance. Let's get one message from the universe. What does the universe have to say to you guys right now? One message, please and thank you. Energy flows where my intention goes. That's true. I talk about like random information in the brain files. I at one point was studying chi and like prana energy, and there was it was like an exercise that I learned, and it was basically like picture your toe, pick a toe and picture it, and now sort of concentrate on the feeling it has. Does it feel warm? Does it feel cold? Do you feel any kind of little tingly, prickly kind of energy there? That's your chi. That's your thoughts being like transported down and putting extra energy into your toe. And that's you having that conscious awareness and connection of that chi energy that you can move with your mind, with your thoughts, because it's all energy, and you can learn to move and handle energy. And so do pay attention to your thoughts. Your thoughts are very powerful. You know, how do your thoughts your thoughts flow. I feel like that was a tongue twister. But when your energy is in this intention of beauty, love, you know, positive vibrations, the highest and greatest good of all, that box being open to possibilities, to it being even better than you can think about, and you leave that open-ended and live with that intention, then those beautiful things are magnified and attracted to you, and it's what you notice. So energy flows where your intention goes. It's not attention, it's intention. I really like that. It's really deep. It's like having really positive, oh, I put this upright. Let's show you this because I feel like this came out in another reading with the play energy. So I guess you need to see this again. Happiness is my birthright. You're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be happy. It's tough some days and we don't always get, you know, sunshine and rainbows. But you need to believe that you're supposed to be happy. When you pursue your joy, things that make you feel alive, things that you're passionate about, things that you get excited about, that is that beautiful little bunny trail, that, you know, path that takes you towards what you're supposed to be doing or who you're supposed to be becoming. I always like that, like what you want to be when you grow up again and again and again. All right, so let's do it. Let's dive into the tarot. I brought out the, very appropriate, I think this is the MUSE tarot. They're sort of interesting. They're not really the normal cards. So let's do a Celtic cross, but it's sort of my version of it. I don't know if it's traditional or not, but let's see what your foundational energy is right now, what you need to know to be helpful, or have awareness of. What is the energy prominent right now in the present moment around or within the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, I like this. All right, so you're present there. Perfect. You're playing, you're tapping into your inner child, you're finding that sense of balance, you're getting a little urge to go out and have some fun. It's also sometimes really healing childhood issues, making positive changes in your life now. If you are around children, this is you playing like you were a kid, not sitting on the bench and watching them while you're on your phone. This is you kicking the ball, you know, making cupcakes. I see like a squirt gun fight or something like that, or playing in the pool. This is you playing like a kid. Or for some of you, this is somebody coming back from the past. Sometimes this is a soulmate or even a past life connection, if this is somebody new coming in. But if someone new is coming in, you feel like you somehow always knew them and you feel like your natural self, and you usually do have this beautiful energy that you can just play together, have fun together. It's innocence, it's purity, it's pure love. It can be platonic, but it could be romantic. It's nostalgia, it's thinking about the past, maybe thinking about some fun times that you used to do, how you'd really like to have some more moments. So use that energy and plan something today so you can make new memories that you can remember later. You know, it's, don't get stuck in the past, in that nostalgia energy. Try to bring the future to the now. I hope that made sense. Look at this girl sitting there on the beach with a big mirror, and it's like she's remembering how she used to want to be a pilot or fly when she was little. She looks kind of sad. So if that was a dream that she had and she still has that dream, why not sign up, you know, to take a pilot's class? See if it's still a dream. Maybe she's going to go up in that plane and realize, nope, that was definitely a childhood crazy fantasy and this is not for me. And maybe she needs to go drive a fancy car instead. Or I see somebody working out in the garden. Dreams can change, but sometimes they don't. And if something is lingering there that you really want to pursue, even if it's just taking a class or learning something new, do it. You're never too late to learn whatever you're passionate about. You can change careers, change who you are whenever you want in your life. It is never too late. We are not guaranteed time. So if there's something you want to do, do it now. Have some fun. This could also be somebody coming into your life that you just have fun with. So let's see what the block and or the bridge is to this energy. What is the block or the bridge across to the Six of Emotions? So that would be like the Six of Cups. Oh, the Five of Voices. So the block could be that people are telling you you have to be responsible, or you can't do that, or that's not what you signed up for or went to school for. The you have two fives, or a six and a five. So the Five of Voices, that's like, it's like the Five of Swords. I don't really love this energy. It's sort of like bad winners, sore losers, people that get in your head or have differences of opinions, but they don't do it with the right intention or integrity. You know, they just kind of like play with your mind or your thoughts or their opinions. They're usually people that are small-minded, not expansive and open-minded like here. People very set in a certain way that something has to be. They don't usually, it's like energies that don't really care what they get or what they take as long as they win. But here it looks like you or someone else might be in their own head. There are people who are very peaceful here doing some yoga or some meditation. It looks like there's one person here being rebellious, and here it's like you're split into two, but there is an olive branch. So another way to look at this card is if it's upside down, it's actually a pretty cool card, because this is somebody or people around you that see you have the potential to grow, that know you can be more flexible and do something a different way, and they'll play a tough game. It's like the tough game of chess. They're not going to let you win because they know you can get better. They're not going to let you win so you feel better. They're going to give you a tough game because it's usually like a tough teacher, because they see your true potential in something. So it's just you recognizing which of these energies are around you. You know, if it's that block, it's energies that don't want to see you grow. They just want to see prosperity in their own life. They don't care what they take or how they mess with your head. But the other way, it's actually beneficial. Sometimes it's even constructive criticism. So it's all in how you take it and recognize with discernment what the energy is around you. Sometimes it's just not being around that energy. Because usually in that, like the traditional deck, there's like somebody that has all the swords, and there's other people usually walking away. They're like, yeah, this is not the game for me. Like, you win, you win. Come on, hey buddy, you want to go get a drink with me? Yeah, let's go get a drink. Let them, you know, sit there with their beautiful trophy. So there's usually like energies that don't even want to be around it. So even though there's like a winner, that winner is always kind of left alone in their own glory rather than working together. So let's see what your higher self wants you to know right now. What is the collective's higher self or source or divine energy you want them to know on making progression with all these changes, personal power, and growth and expansion? Oh, you have to open up your heart, maybe to a new experience, or your higher self is letting you know that you have this beautiful it's like the Knight of Cups coming in to break down some walls, to take you on a ride. I really like the Knight of Emotions. This is somebody who isn't their experience. It's not the page. It's not somebody who's like a child or totally immature, but this is somebody that definitely like pursues an experience. Usually somebody comes with this cup to offer you a chance to have a loving partnership or situation, romance, whatever it is. And it's usually where you really enjoy the ride. It feels really good. It's that newness in experience with usually someone else that feels like it just busted down any walls and opens up your heart. But if this is not a partnership and this is just your energy right now, is that a little bug? Or energy that your higher self, so it is a little bug, is telling you, it's that you need to pursue something with an open heart and really dive into having more and more experiences with this. Like tap into that little, almost like that white stallion inside of you. Also, I like the nautilus shell. So you have to look at something through a feminine perspective, not step 1, 2, 3, 4. Think about it like a spiral staircase. As you're still moving up or down, you know, you're still getting somewhere, but as you move, you see a wider perspective of your situation, so you get the whole like roundabout picture rather than just that box again. So try to see all the facets in a situation. This is also like kind of like the Fibonacci sequence. So maybe that you do connect to numbers, or I mean, it's a night of emotions, so it can be a deep emotional experience. Upside down, this is the night that rides on in, offers the heart, and doesn't, not that they don't stick around long enough, they just don't get farther with the experience, or they don't offer all of those emotions that they feel, or they compare those emotions that they feel to maybe every other partnership they've had or everything else that they have loved, instead of having that expansive energy of it possibly being new. Usually the night of emotions wants it to be new. They want, you know, they're romantic, they're sexy, they're usually a musician or a poet, or, you know, they're kind of very creative and usually very intuitive. Unless they are blocked emotionally, then those emotions are all still inside of them. That potential is all still inside of them, but it gets stuck somehow when they build up their own walls. Usually that's from being hurt, like hurt, heartbroken, disappointed. So I do feel like those walls are busting down, and this feels like a new staircase, like a new elevation with that nautilus shell. So let's see, once you accept something, have an experience, open up your heart, maybe somebody else makes this offer, what you need to get this energy grounded. What is going to bring this back down to earth to help make it real for the collective right now? 8 of emotions. Okay, so in order to get something grounded, you have to let something go. Although maybe this card needed to come through because it does look like that rabbit hole. Maybe you need to be willing to dive into territory that is new, that you don't know what it's going to be. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you don't know how big it will become. Because when you take that leap of faith in unknown territory where it could be a little uncomfortable, it's out of your comfort zone, it's not what you're used to. But when you get this card, this energy, it's because what you were used to doesn't feel good anymore. It doesn't feel like it's expansive or growing. It feels like you're repeating past cycles of the past and getting nowhere. So you have to have this beautiful strength to tackle the unknown, because when you do, you're heading towards the 9 of Cups. You're going to figure out, once you go into that territory you knew nothing about before, you discover your wish come true, your genie in a bottle, more about you than you ever knew, more about a new partner or a new person or new people in your life than you ever knew. But you got to take that journey. Sometimes this is somebody leaving you or something leaving you. And it's usually because there's a disconnect, or it was not reciprocal, not growing, not right. It looks like it was a very dry situation. It just feels stagnant and not like all the energy with this horse of this beautiful night of emotions, like running through the waves here. It just looks parched and dry. I just thought of the song Black Hole Sun. Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. So it looks like you're going in a portal. But it looks like this was a long dry spell here. So maybe you have a new emotional situation, whatever that is for yourself, with someone else coming into your world, but it's taking that plunge. Or it could be seen the other way around, and you can feel like this dry area, this dry spell is always like a big old black hole just kind of sucking you in, containing you somewhere like a little round box and not letting you expand. When you're ready to take this journey away from something you put emotion in, it was something that you had as a dream or built or put time and attention and love into in the past. But sometimes we put time and attention into something and it stops growing. So this is you or someone else deciding that you're going to go where there's growth and take a chance into the unknown. But you have to take those steps to walk towards it, to try it. And then it doesn't always mean that that big dry desert isn't going to still be there. But when you are changed, when you have found this overwhelming emotion and fulfillment in your heart and you go back there, you go back this with these beautiful overflowing cups of water in your soul all the time. Therefore, how you see that old environment is just different. So let's see what energy you're coming from. What is the energy you're coming from that was either the inspiration or the push to move you? Past energy, please, of the collective. Oh, yeah. You got the 10 of Voices. So whatever situation this was in the past, this is a rough card. Although this version of it is beautiful. The 10 of Voices is the 10 of Swords. So whatever you're leaving behind or whatever past situation you have that you are changing out of, that you have stepped into this personal power because of and learned from, it was really not a good situation. This is a harsh energy. It's usually the person with all the swords in their back, upside down. It's the healing from that. So I am getting that this could be something you're kind of going through, but I'm getting that if it was recent, you're already healing pretty fast from it, or you're ready to. It's changing your focus from this and using this as a blessing to move you towards where you're not going to be in this energy anymore. You're not going to do it. This is not being in a happy place. And if you stuck around here too long, it's because your beliefs thought that was all you deserved, or that's where you were. I don't know. I'm just getting like self-sabotaging energy, believing that you have to stay stuck in that. You do not. You don't at all. And I think most of you are making the choice to elevate out of a situation, heal from a situation, or just look at the past situations you had and send it love, send it gratitude and thanks, because it's not hard to be on this place called Earth. We have rough times, rough situations, rough relationships. You know, sometimes it's just rough days or cycles. But anything we go through elevates us, changes us, and helps us to grow. The only way the only place you're going to go from here is up. And it's sometimes this kind of situation that comes into your life where you fall on your knees, you pray, you ask for help from God, from Source, from your higher self, from whomever or whatever you believe in to really help you, and you get it. You get the help you need. Sometimes when we're going through our daily duties, our daily rhythm, we forget to talk to Source. We forget to pray. It's really easy to get sidetracked in what we have to do every day. Unfortunately, it's usually times like that that we're desperate, when we're in these dark places, that we ask for some help. And it comes. How fast you heal, how the answers come, is different for everyone in every situation, but it will bring change. And that is going to change. That could also be for some of you, if that does not make sense, and you are connecting to somebody else, that could be where someone else's energy is, what they're not going to take anymore. It can be a really big, harsh ending, but once it's done, and it's just healing afterwards. So let's see. That was a big card. Let's see where you're moving towards in your immediate future. One message. Oh, you're moving. Well, there's your curiosity. I love this card. Look at how cute she is. She looks like Twiggy. I don't know if you guys know who Twiggy is. She kind of looks like Twiggy a little bit. Maybe you have some really cool glasses. The Page of Voices is you being curious. It could be that you have a lot of change going on and you do have people around you very curious about you. Sometimes this is the little, like a little wallflower. It's somebody who kind of sits back and observes, gathers some information. Sometimes they're a little bit nosy. But it's usually someone who's in the energy of curiosity or extreme curiosity. So you could be extremely curious about something. This would be you diving into a rabbit hole of something new because it's just a page, which means you have a lot to learn. You have a lot to learn. You have a lot to gain here. But the page in the upright wants that knowledge. They want to gain. The page upside down only reads the cliff notes and regurgitates all that, you know, that whole paragraph like they read the whole book. Or listens to gossip or hearsay and believes they know the whole story. It's small-minded and a kind of a know-it-all. It could also be somebody who's nosy pants to the point where they're not, they don't have integrity with how they get their information or have permission to get it. So it could be somebody around you that is, you know, just be aware. I like to read cards every way. Somebody who's, you know, really nosy, but not using all of the wit that they have because they have huge potential. They're very smart. There's these dancers around her dancing in her head. It's like she has this button up thing and all she can think about is how she wishes she had this sassy black fringy outfits on and dancing all around her. Maybe somebody is, I'm kind of getting that you might admire someone. Someone's rebellious or someone's kind of free. Like really able to be themselves. And I feel like maybe this person, I don't know, kind of wants to make some changes. I don't know what I'm getting with this card. I feel like this woman or this person's very multifaceted. So maybe in the future, you have to know that you have to have adaptation to your style or to your expression of yourself through different environments. And all of it is perfect. You don't have to be the same every single day. You know, maybe she looks like that at work and then she goes out on weekends and she does like, I don't know why I just saw burlesque. Maybe some of you do something like burlesque or you take some sexy dance classes or something like that. No one knows that about you. That was a really interesting message to get. Burlesque is so awesome. I just thought of DITA Von Teese. Burlesque. It's also a movie. Maybe I'll find a really good song from that movie. So let's see. I think it's you're being very curious about something, but you have to be willing to expand and to learn what you don't know, what you don't know, what you don't know. As the overall message of that page. Also, a page can be a message. I will just say you might get a message from somebody, and I feel like it's usually a very intellectual message and or a lot of questions. So somebody might have a lot of questions for you. So let's see. What your energy is moving. Well, let's ask what the advice for you is. What is the advice for you about this Page of Voices? Oh, your advice is the Lovers. Maybe you have somebody really curious on you and watching you because they're really into you. They're interested in you. They want to know more about you, and this maybe relationship hasn't got too far off the ground, or maybe you have some experiences here but not enough. I really like the Lovers. You have angel wings here looking out for you. You have that Lotus. I said something here in this card about that Lotus. You're ready to blossom in a partnership where You feel free, where there's freedom and free will amongst you and somebody else. This is making beautiful, big emotional choices of the heart. This is allowance. If it's here and somebody does not feel the same way as you, it's wanting the best for them and letting them go. Wishing them the best, wishing them happiness, but knowing it's not working anymore. C'est la vie. I just heard Ariana God, like, thank you, thank you. Next. There's something better coming in. There's something better for where you are now. If this is something coming into your world and you have this partnership in your life, this is you communicating, working together, growing together, maybe being interdependent, having your own things going on, perhaps having something you do together or a lot of different things that you do together, and that's what brings you this harmony. But there always has to be a sense of interdependence. It's two people bringing something to the table. It's a choice, and it's not just one, it's a lot of choices. So you have to make this choice from your heart space. But whatever this is, if it's a partnership, it is being protected and helped from the highest level of source, from the divine, is helping you with the situation or with the situation coming into your world. So let's see what the environment or people around you, let's see what the energy space around you, whether this is people or general energy is, so you have awareness of it. Also, the Lovers is a Gemini card. This Knight is usually Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and this Page is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What is the environment around the collective right now, please and thank you. Oh wow, the environment around you is amazeballs. You got the Lovers here in your energy. You're making all of these new choices that involve the truth of your heart and your soul. And that is going to bring beautiful partnerships into your life. And now you have others around you who want to dance with you. They want to play with you. Sometimes this is a wedding, or yeah, I hear ceremony of some sort. Look at all these beautiful girls sitting on this floating, it's like a floating rock in the sky, and all of their energies are different colors. They're not the same, but their energies are creating this beautiful tapestry of like energetic rainbow that's shooting up to the sky like a beacon. This is you dancing the dance. When I was talking about the memories you need to make in the future, this is them. And you recognizing the right person or people or environment or situations you're in where you just are so grateful that you got to have that memory in your life. This is beautiful energy. It brings stability in your life. It's a 4. It's you having inspiration, you inspiring others, saying yes to that dance. Upside down, it's knowing that there's this beautiful environment or situation or party or whatever it is, and you don't accept the invitation, or you don't go because the weather was weird, or your dress didn't fit right, or you were running late. Blah, 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 blah. It's all like excuses to not try something. This is usually something that if you go, if you try, you're going to feel so blessed and grateful that you did. And usually plan more of these situations, or at least have them in your dreams. So if that's your environment around you, you have a beautiful environment waiting for you, or thinking about you, or wanting you to come, you know, wanting you to join them. So, or it's out there. Sometimes if that's not an environment you have around you right now, you're going to find it, but you have to make the effort and energy to put forth to be there and to make it happen. I hope that made sense. So let's see what your fear or hopes are. What is the collective's fear or hopes, please? I would say that's your fear. It's a 3 of voices. So you had a bunch of really beautiful cards, and you have 2 of the roughest cards. So I would say your fear is being heartbroken, being alone, not being accepted, being hurt, not understood. All of those emotions that were in this place that I was talking at bring you down. In life, you can't always prevent this from happening. It might happen. You might have a beautiful partnership here, and it's everything for a couple months or a couple years or decades, and then it doesn't work out, and then there's that heartbreak. Sometimes you can be in a great partnership and you still go through little heartbreaks. Sometimes heartbreak is losing your dream or not trying it at all and always wishing and having that regret that you gave something a go while you had the chance. Heartbreak can be, you know, even losing a job or having a project you were working on for a long time just not take off and not, you know, work out for the best. But this is just a fear. This is not something you're hoping for. But don't let this fear get in your way of trying. Even if it comes through and that happens, you're going to learn more about yourself. And it's going to create more growth and change. And it could be because this happened in the past. We all have situations that suck ass. But to not pursue beautiful moments like this, or things you're curious like this, or have times where you get to play, or a possible partnership that's coming into your world that could be amazing for however long it is. Hopefully you're with somebody that wants to grow and you change together. It can be something that lasts forever. And you work through these situations together to always make it better because you got each other's back. You're not really ever alone. Upside down, it's this healing and you having the true courage to try again. To open your heart if it comes in. Let's see what the outcome is. As of right now, what the energy going on or have awareness of, because whatever the outcome is, you always have the free will to change it or work towards it. So what is the last message for the collective, please, and thank you. What's up, Rose? What you doing? She's just carrying around her pig everywhere. She's gonna try to get it on the chair. Can you do it? Go ahead, you can do it. It's too big and it hits the chair and she can't get it up there. You're a funny girl. Come on, bring it over here and I'll put it up on the chair for you. Outcome for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, wow. Your outcome is beautiful. Your outcome is you taking care of yourself, working towards the goals you're proud of. You have the 9 of materials. That's like the 9 of Pentacles. So as of right now, you're working towards a situation where you're focusing on yourself, proud of what you're doing, making your personal environment beautiful and abundant. This could be you working on something. I'm getting that interdependent energy, something that's kind of your own thing. It can be with someone else, but you still have your own huge part to play that you're proud of. She made it up here with her pig. I'm so glad you got to see that thing. It almost looks like you're in a spaghetti colander too, like a strainer. You have these beautiful roses around you. This is feeling really good from what you are. Like here, this is your personal power. And this is you with a minor arcana card having all of all of the energy you need to make this happen, because it's your physical everyday environment. So every day you have the chance to bring a little more beauty in your life, to manifest a little more, to make yourself a little more comfortable, to feel more and more proud for what you have. Sometimes this is also an energy of working with animals, because this girl usually in the card has a big ass bird on her shoulder and she's in this gorgeous garden with this lush fabric, or in like, you know, her home, him or her. But I always feel like upside down, there wasn't a true love or work put into what was manifested. It could have been just given, but not appreciated. You know, all of the tasks delegated out there, so no real appreciation even towards everyone else's work to help you acquire something. Because you don't have to ever do anything completely on your own. So I feel like upright, this person has really great gratitude towards not only his or herself, but everyone that was there during that process. And I feel like there's always kind of a lonely energy here. It's enjoying yourself upright, taking the time you need to enjoy yourself. Be proud of yourself. But I always feel like this person needs to invite someone over for tea or coffee or ice cream or a glass of wine or you know, anything. I don't know why I see a grill, maybe spaghetti. Maybe it has to do with Italian food. Or I feel like I want to say like washing fresh vegetables in a garden. I keep seeing garden energy. So your outcome right now is working on you, working on your environment, creating beauty around you that you're proud of. Let's get one more like overall message to just kind of sum this all up. I hope this reading was helpful. I know I structure my readings different all of the time. So let's get one more message for the collective. And all of this change, growth, balance, inspiration, curiosity. Just keep seeing curiosity. Oh wow, I just thought of a really weird song and I don't even know where it's from. Happiness is something, 2 kinds of ice cream, finding your skate key. Oh my gosh, it's like bringing me back to one of my first solos I ever had in like 7th grade, and I don't even know what it's from. But I stared at this and I guess I have to find what it is. Now I'm curious what that song is. The skate key. Maybe roller skate. I see roller skates now. And I just thought of Under the Boardwalk. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, we'll be having some fun. Ooh, hey, maybe that message needed to come through. Maybe having some fun under the boardwalk. Maybe that's that Four of Wands energy coming in for you. Okay. And I don't know why I thought of a phone booth. I don't think they even have phone booths anymore. Maybe you need to call somebody on the phone. Is there a song by Maroon 5? It's called Payphone. I think that's them. I don't know any of those lyrics, but I will put that song below. Maybe something in that song. One more message for the collective, please and thank you. What is this? Who can I serve today? Maybe some of you work in a restaurant industry, or you do something, I see like a helpline, or maybe I said something before about you teaching or doing something where you can inspire and help others because of maybe all of the experiences you've had or you are gaining now. But this is you being helpful to somebody else. It is possible that rough energy that came through in the reading is not you at all, and that's what somebody else is going through. Because sometimes you watch readings to connect to what somebody else, might be going through. And if it's coming from that person's higher self to your higher self, because it's giving you the clarity you need to help you grow and or that person, then that message will come through. But you have to see what resonates for you. I don't have my glasses, so I have to hold this way back to see it. In a world lacking soul-to-soul connections, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience and avalanche of love when we lose ourselves. I just thought of EMINEM song. That's such a good song. I'm going to totally put that in the playlist. In the service of others. Who needs you today? Maybe somebody needs you today. If you just think of somebody, maybe give them a call. Maybe it's following through. Somebody needs you to follow through and show up. And sometimes people need help and advice. And sometimes people just need your energy and just to know that you're there. And that's it. People have to be open and willing to receive. But maybe it's about your offer. Today's soul action, listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soul, I just thought of, you needed me. Is that, you needed me as RIHANNA. And I don't know why that took me to Daniel Caesar, although I think that's one of my favorite songs ever. Get You. Just that song I can just listen to over and over and over. There's something so beautiful and sexy about it. So I'm going to put that song below for you guys. And give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. It's doing it just to show your love. It's not doing it because you want something. It's having the right intentions on what you're giving and offering. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. I mean, sometimes it's nice just to know that you think of someone and you get to give them something. You get to help them. That's the gift to you. So maybe that's the gift you can give to yourself right now. Maybe somebody else. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful evening. Maybe say goodbye to Rose. She's chilling up there like she looks like a kitty cat. And I will see you soon. Mwah.